What's up, people? Just a quick run through of the notes here from stage 11. We have a couple of, I guess you could say, short language topics this stage, so it's not like this is going to be a big project, but it is something that I think you should go through, and I thought I'd record a video here to take you through it. So notice I have you going to page 156 as we start question words, and I haven't written here what these question words mean because the first four of these, quis, quid, ubi, and cur, are all review. They were in vocab lists early in Latin 1. And so I'm kind of hoping that this is more of a review in that regard. But ne and num are new in stage 11. Now, this is something that we're going to go over again in towards the middle of the Latin 2 book, just going over here in stage 11, the basics of it, almost like a foundation, so that when we get to that point, you could just say, oh, hey, we kind of did this already. So again, the quis, quid, ubi, and cur, it's just as simple as defining them. I'll leave that up to you. But let's talk about ne and num. So ne is attached to the first word of a Latin sentence, which asks a question for which the speaker expects a yes or no answer. So notice first off, you see it bold-faced here about the attachment. It's always going to be attached to the first word in the Latin sentence, no matter what the Latin sentence is. And so when you see vos ne estis contenti, it's as simple as a yes or no question. Are you satisfied? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. All right. The person asking this question expects that you're going to say either yes or no. It's not a kind of question like who or what or where or why. You're not going to answer yes or no to those questions. Now, num is a little different. Num is the first word of a sentence which asks a question for which the speaker expects the answer to be no. And I'm going to get into more depth, as I said, when we get into Latin, farther into Latin 2 here. But notice how you have to expect that the person is going to answer no. That doesn't necessarily mean that the answer will be no. For example, num vos estis contenti. It's the same question, only by instead of attaching ne to the end of the first word, it's now you expect the answer to be no. Surely you're not satisfied. In our book, we kind of just have num as surely not as a nice shortcut for all of this. But in English, we do this a little bit more naturally. You might say, you're not satisfied, are you? Notice how the way you word that in English, you're expecting the person to say, no, I'm not satisfied. But in Latin, it's as simple as just putting them as the first word. You could easily translate it as surely not, or you could do that sort of English gymnastics there where you have to say, you're not content, you're not satisfied, are you? So it's as simple as that. No quis, quid, ubi, and cur. Know that ne is attached to the first word for a question where the speaker expects either yes or no, like, are you satisfied? Yes or no. And num is the first word in a sentence when the speaker expects no. Surely you're not satisfied. You're not satisfied, are you? All right, you're expecting the person to say, no, I'm not, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the person is or isn't satisfied.